Hello there. Just getting a couple more things set up on the back end, but hi, if you're new here, I'm Alex. I'm a non-binary and autistic writer from the Pacific Northwest. I write speculative fiction, mostly fantasy. Lately I've been doing streams slash sprints to try and get some words down for my upcoming gothic fantasy novella, which is heavily inspired by the myth of Eros and Siki, but is not. I hesitate to call it a retelling. Kind of talked about it before. I'll probably rehash it again at some point later on in the future, but otherwise, yeah. So I'm doing a stream tonight to try and get some more words down because it is technically Camp Pride, no longer Camp NaNoWriMo. Um, so I want to get some words down, and then I was thinking in a bit maybe playing Baldur's Gate 3 as one of my characters, and I thought for a really long time on which character might be appropriate to play as. And I think I landed on Nadia from a sharper, more lasting pain. So I think if I do get to Baldur's Gate 3 tonight, that's what we're going to be playing as. Um, it's also a Friday night. The only thing I really have going on tomorrow is I have a book signing event at noon. So I do need to like wake up in the morning and shower and stuff. But other than that, like I can stay up a bit later, so we might do a bit of a longer stream tonight because normally I just do it for a couple hours. So we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But let me transition over. Voila, c'est ça. Um, and actually, I want to edit this. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Okay. I thought I had this figured out before the stream started, but maybe not. Let me just try a couple things really quickly on my back end. Pop out chat. May need to update the I'm losing my train of thought, but I think I need to update the link to the pop out every single time, which is a little annoying, but yeah, because that link is different. So we'll do that. That's not quite what I wanted, but okay. So what does that say? It just says science chat. I don't know. I don't fucking know. We're gonna put that there. No, we're not. Oh no, now my window capture has disappeared. Where is it gone? Okay. Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna put that anymore, I guess. Okay, I tried. Transition. Oh, anyway. So yeah, we're gonna do some sprints. We're maybe gonna play some games. I'm hoping to play some games later. We'll see. Um, I have made a bit of progress too since the last stream that we did. I ended at the beginning of chapter 6 and I wrote a scene and most of another one. And also, for most of the, oh, I need to zoom in too, because Google Docs is funny like that. We'll do 120%. Yeah. So for most of the novella, this one has not had a name. And then right as I wrote him out of the book, they finally got one. So we also introduced a new named character. She was kind of there before. She was in one scene, and I brought her back. So we now have Claudine. Um, so I've mostly been busy the last couple days because school started for me on Monday, and so I'm currently working towards getting a degree in creative writing. And so because I work full time, I can't really be a full time student. I mean, I could, but I'd probably want to kill myself. So, um, I have a college prep course that's required by the community college that I go to in order to graduate from them. And then I have a fiction one class that I'm taking right now. And the college prep class is 2 credits. The fiction one class is 5 credits, and somehow the college prep course gives me more coursework to do than the fiction one class, and the college prep course won't let me work ahead, which is really fucking annoying. But that's fine because the fiction one class does at least. So I have stuff pulled up on other tabs to do. No, fuck, I can't think to do the next assignment that's due for that class ahead at least. That way, if I fall behind in that class a little bit, quote unquote behind, at least it's not the end of the world because then I can kind of prioritize the college prep course that won't let me work ahead. So, I don't know. Anyway, the fiction one class is also pretty neat so far. Um, just a lot of writing exercises and reading things and reflecting on them, the works. So, the main book we're reading out of is The Elements of Creative Writing by I don't actually have an author name. Oh, J.D. Schraffenberger from the University of Northern Iowa. So, and also by wait, so by J.D. Schraffenberger, Rachel Morgan, and Grant Tracy, all from the University of Northern Iowa. And it was actually wrote last year. That's really interesting. Unless that's like the latest edition for it. Anyway, um, so anyway, um, we've been reading that so far, and I read read these first 2 chapters. One great way to write a short story, and then plotting. And then next week I have counterpointed plotting and show and tell. So I'm interested to see how that goes. And then we're given a short sample writing thing to read every week. That we have to respond to as well, and then we have to write our own things. And so this week, the topic was first, and so we read first by. Um, I don't remember his name right now, and I'm not going to dox myself by pulling it up in my class modules. So anyway, it was just a short little like 4-page thing about a guy reflecting on his experience being queer as a kid when like essentially it's set in like he's sitting in a car with his best friend at the time and both sets of their parents, so both their moms, both their dads, um, and they're like 5 years old, and the narrator says that he loves his best friend and he wants to marry him someday, and the mom gets really mad at that, and it goes over how like he learned what marriage was back when he was back like a couple weeks prior and blah blah blah, and it was for his first like lesson in homophobia and also like becoming aware of his sexuality and whatnot. And it was a really interesting short. And next week we're reading Angela Carter, so I'm very excited. I'm going to pop off for a couple minutes just because my cat really needs something really quickly. So I'm going to put on some music and I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. So I have a cat, I have a snake, I have a turtle, and the snake is a ball python, so she mostly just kind of stays to her tank, which is still the case, but sometimes when she's feeling especially brave slash bold slash hungry, she'll start slithering around in her tank a bit. And my cat took notice of that recently, and he didn't try and do anything, but he got very curious about it and started jumping up on the kitchen countertops because that's where we keep our snake. So, I had to put the kibosh on that because I don't want there to be problems. So, um, let's go ahead and start a sprint. For 10 minutes at 20. So at 6:20, let's start a sprint for 6 minutes. Or, sorry, for 10 minutes. Put that there. So, and I guess while I wait for that to begin, I'll just kind of go over the plan for tonight. So tonight I need to finish the scene, which is establishing that something Rianne did had a negative consequence. And she's already kind of spiraling a bit, which hey, same. Um, she's already been spiraling a bit, and so this just kind of makes her spiral worse. Because I need to put her in like a pretty desolate place to make her and her wife meet again. And I'm hopefully gonna have her write another letter. I don't know yet, but that's kind of my goal for finishing this scene. So I want to finish this scene. It would be nice to finish this chapter, I think. Um, and maybe get started on maybe get started on the next chapter. I'm not sure yet. So that's kind of my game plan for tonight. And then kind of depending on where we're looking time-wise and how I'm feeling, I'll either keep doing that or I'll switch to Baldur's Gate or go to bed, kind of depending on how I'm feeling. So that is the game plan for right now. So, um, we're sprinting in a little over a minute. So, in like 30 seconds, if you haven't been here before, I will mute myself, turn on the music, and then as soon as the clock strikes, as it were, I will start a timer that's on the screen, just so people following along at home have like a visual representation kind of what's going on. So, oh, and also I need to make sure that that is reset. Set for 10 minutes, and I've reset it. So that way when I switch it over, there's no problems. So, that's established. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting things swapped over, so bear with me. Okay, that's time. Um, didn't get much because I kind of got lost in the sauce of looking up recipes instead. 'Cause for whatever reason, every time I sprint, I decide I need a food scene, and so the story is getting a lot of food scenes, honestly. I'm probably gonna have to if not slim them down, I'm definitely gonna have to change them because I do need to change the timeline in the next draft. Basically, this starts the way it is right now, this starts in the autumn and kind of carries over to basically the summer of the next year. But I do want to change that so it starts in the spring, just so I can include some more thematic things. And then kind of as like the season is changing and things are dying, she's kind of dying too, I guess. I don't know. Something metaphors. Um, So, and the separation here is just because I'm trying to easily better track how many words I write each day for this month. So, also during this, I learned what endives are. I had no idea what the fuck an endive was. So, um, there's also a lot of really tasty recipes. Courgette vichyssoise. Leek-based soup served hot or cold. That's made with a courgette. Vichyssoise. I'm not sure what a vichyssoise is, but that looks really good. Anyway, I'm making myself hungry. Um, I originally was gonna have her have something like this, tuna with a niçoise salad, but as delicious as that looks, I am in a soup mood right now. Um, so she's having seafood soup and the endive salad, and then oh fuck. Some kind of tea. I haven't decided what kind yet, but she's having some kind of tea, so there's that at least. Um, I'll go ahead and start. Oh, and another thing I should do is I should turn this off and do this, and then I can reset it like this. So, what time is it? It's 6:33, so I'm gonna start another one for 10 minutes at 35, so in like roughly 2 minutes. Join 0. So soon I'll do the same thing I did earlier and hit the buttons and mute myself and blah blah blah. But for now, I'm not talking as much tonight just because I wasted a lot of time that last sprint just looking up things, so I'm gonna try and get more done. I do need to look up like good tea recipes though to include in this. So I'm gonna at least pull that up. But I'm gonna turn the music back on and do the things. And that is time. I'm actually getting a fair bit done in this scene, which is really nice. So I did have to stop and look up a couple things, but a lot of this project is just honestly me injecting things into there that I think are cool. So we have the all tree, which is for anybody unfamiliar, I saw this tree. Tree of 40 fruit. I heard about this project a long time ago. I thought it was so fucking cool. And so I wanted to have it in a book somewhere, and I finally found a place to put it. Shut up, Smithsonian. I'm not turning off my ad blocker. By the way, if you don't have ad blocker, you should. Um, but anyway, I heard about this tree and I was like, I want to have this somewhere in my books. And so, um, I finally have a place to put it, and so it started kind of integrating um that more. And so it's the fall time, and so I was looking up like what kind of plants are growing in the fall. And so pomegranates are one of them, and I just think pomegranates are neat for religious and mythological reasons, because they're heavily tied to the myth of Persephone. So I thought fuck it, I'll go with pomegranates this time. But oh, excuse me. Um, I do need to go back through and refine this a lot more. This is just the first draft, so I'm trying not to beat myself up too hard about it all. But I'm just like, I mean, it says draft two. That's just because, um, so I often will change drafts like in the middle of writing something. The biggest victim of this is those who emerge from ashes. Mister, what are you eating? Hey, psst, psst, psst. What are you doing? What are you doing? Fucking weirdo. I'll be right back. Slobbering all over it, you fucking weirdo. It's not yours. So speaking of teas, I have a lot of tea bags that I've acquired throughout my years. And so when he jumped up on the counter earlier, I guess he knocked down one of them and he was trying to tear the bag open because I think he thought it was catnip, and so he was rubbing all over it the way a cat does when given catnip, etc. Maybe I'll give you some. Is that what you want, mister? Yeah? Is that what you want? Yeah. What's this? Here. Have some. Go nuts. Go crazy, go stupid. Have fun. I just gave him some catnip, so hopefully that appeases him. So, because I can't remember the last time I gave it to him actually. Funny story, the first cat I ever had was a feral cat that we got actually on the 4th of July. And she didn't react to catnip at all. Like she would use it, or like she would eat it or whatever, but she didn't really react to it, I don't think. So, um, but every cat I've had since then does. Um, so it's interesting. I think it's something like 2 out of every 3 cats are reactive or something like that. I don't remember what the stat is exactly. But anyway, this cat is reactive to it. And so I gave him some so that he stops trying to get into my tea. Um, so hopefully he enjoys that. When in doubt, give your cat drugs, kids. Um, anyway, I I was going on a tangent before my cat totally distracted me. Um, I don't remember anymore. Something about the owl tree and something about blah 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 and yada yada. Anyway, oh, I was talking about drafts. So my drafting process, I will sometimes I will stop in the middle of a draft if something's really bothering me really bad, and I'll start a new draft purely to fix it before I allow myself to continue on. The biggest victim of this is Those Who Emerge from Ashes, which is a dark fantasy project that's set before this project, like 200-ish years before this project, and 200 plus years before Sharp and More Lasting Pain. Um, and to date, I have not finished it. I have been trying to write it since I was 15, I want to say. And the original concept was there was elemental magic, and the main character, so I would watch Kaze no Stigma at the time. The main character was really strong in wind powers, but not very strong in fire powers for like trauma reasons. And so, excuse me, the Kaze no Stigma inspo hit really hard in that draft. And so in that one, she meets this girl named Maka, and they all have like ruby slash like Final Fantasy style weapons. So the main character was supposed to be able to fight with tarot cards. And there's another character who had chakrams. I don't remember who. And I had a character named Vanille, much like the Vanille in Final Fantasy 13, but she didn't act like Vanille at all. If anything, she acted more like Lightning. And then I had a guy in there named Gerard because I was obsessed with Gerard Way, but I spelled it differently. It was like oh man, it was like Jerard, I think. I don't remember actually. Anyway, the original draft was called Clinker Girl, and much like Ruby, there was a lot of inspirations behind this one, of course. Much like Ruby, there was like a tournament arc at one point, and then some catastrophic event happened that interrupted the tournament because, of course. And I stopped shortly after that, and I tried one more draft where I tried to make this plot line work, and it didn't. And so then I said, okay, I'm going to completely scrap this and just take the parts about it that I like. And so the parts about it that I liked were the main character, Dakota, her kind of girlfriend, Maka, and Dakota's guardian, Audette, not Odette. And then Maka kind of had a handler in that story too named Celine. And so um, I was developing a fantasy world at that time, and so I just kind of dropped them into it, and I made Celine and Maka and Odette members of this religious organization whose entire mission is to follow this one guy who's like 800 years old. He's kind of a Jesus figure, kind of. Um, but essentially, this religious group has one person they appoint called the scribe that goes around and follows this 800-year-old guy and kind of documents his journey as he's trying to resurrect the gods. Um, and so in the first drafts of the new version, which I then called Those Who Emerge from Ashes, um, Dakota and Audette came to the cathedral that Maka and Celine were at specifically to essentially hire Dakota as the next scribe. And I tried to work with this for like 3 or 4 drafts, and made marginal progress each time. And each time it just wasn't working. And so then I looked at it again and I said, okay, what what is it that isn't working? And the biggest thing that I was having a problem with is what kind of ended up developing, because a lot of character facets I tend to develop as I'm writing them. And so what ended up developing is in this, Audette was a former member of this organization, who normally doesn't have former members, if you catch my drift. And so she was able to escape, and so then, by draft like 4 or 5, it was, I think, um, there was the notion there that Dakota was hired as the next scribe to kind of lure Audette back so Celine could kind of deal with her. And that worked a little better, but it still really wasn't working. So then I changed it again. And the biggest thing that I was having a problem with is Dakota kind of just happened upon the job of being the scribe. When there are people who treat the job way more seriously and have way more care, kind of, I guess, behind being the scribe of this organization. And while it's still the case in the current draft that I'm on, I think it's a more sensible approach to it. So essentially now what the setup is originally by I think draft 4 I added this character named Catelyn, and by draft 6 she became an integral character to the story. And so Catelyn, I decided a couple drafts ago, is supposed to be the scribe figure. And she's originally even appointed as and sent off as the scribe figure. And then shortly after she meets the 800-year-old kind of Jesus dude, Coda enters the picture, who was attempting to enter college to become a historian, and she didn't pass her entrance exams, and so Audette, who's still her handler, um, uh, as the drafts kind of progressed, she got more and more abusive because mommy issues. Um, and so she reacted badly to this academic failure and essentially had an attempt on Dakota's life. So Dakota ran away. And she's just kind of trying to strike it out on her own for a while. And she ends up uh, in the general area where the cathedral is. Um, and Maka's just run away too, and so they both meet up in the woods, and then they together find this 800-year-old Jesus dude's entourage shortly after he's left the cathedral, and he sees Dakota and says, "No, I like you more," and essentially appoints her as scribe instead. All this to say, each time that I've made a substantial enough change, I'll make a new draft. And so this says it's draft 2. It's still really quote unquote the first draft because it's not even done yet. But that's just kind of how my brain works is for example, Those Who Emerge from Ashes is on draft. I can even pull it up probably. Da, da, da. I don't know if this is entirely accurate. Okay, so it says I'm on draft 7. Um, And probably the next time I take a stab at this will be draft 8 because I want to kind of edit what I have. But anyway, so I'm on draft 7 right now of that project. And it still has not reached the end in any of the drafts that I have wrote. This says draft 2, have not reached the end of it. I'm getting close to it though, which is good. Anyway, all this to say, I have rambled for a really long time. Um, So let's do another sprint. We'll do one for 15. And that's going to start in less than a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the music back on, and you know the drill. that's time again. Once again, getting lost in the sauce, as it were, of describing food. I also had to stop and pull some names out of a hat, I guess. So, I'm just closing up some things. And I'm looking at French desserts and breakfasts and whatnot. Because it's a very Parisian country we're working with. But anyway. Please make me hungry. Anyway, that's also why we have the jazzy music going, because it's like a cafe setting or whatever. Um, so yeah, that was a 15-minute sprint. So far tonight, I have wrote. Let me get out a calculator. 81. So I got lost in the sauce. Plus 289. Plus 462. So far I wrote 832 words, which is not bad. Not bad at all. So, my goal for this month is 20,000 words. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. There's 31 days this month, so I need to roughly have an average of 645 words a day. Today is the 5th. So right now I need to have 3,225 words total, which I most assuredly do not. I have. Right now I have 911. Plus I have about half of what I need right now. A little more than half. So, I think, did I finish another book today? No, I did not. I think what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do another one for 15, I think. And then after that, we'll chat a little bit more. Ah, fuck. Cancel. Do one for 15 at 20. So about 2 minutes from now. Yeah. So I think I'll be able to finish out the scene and at least start the next one, which isn't as far as I was hoping, but I do want to try and play Baldur's Gate 3 a bit tonight. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit all the buttons that I need to, so. that is once again time. So I'm going to stop the sprinting there. I had to stop for a second because I could not remember what it was that Rianne majored in, and I had to figure that out. So I had to look through a few different things just to find it, and I think I did. I feel like I changed something between that outline that I found and what I eventually decided on, but I can't for the life of me find it, so I don't fucking know. So all in all, today I have wrote 1,112 words, which is pretty fucking good. So I'm gonna add that to my little spreadsheet. This isn't done by this one isn't done by Swords and Sapphics. This one is by Book Over Bust, I think they're called. Book or Bust. They're an old Discord server I found on the NaNoWriMo forums forever ago. And so every camp, whatever, or rather not even, just every month they have a little competition and there's different teams you can be on and whatnot. And so, I just use that spreadsheet to track my progress, honestly, and then I just kind of go from there. So, that's what I'm going to call it on the writing front tonight. We've been streaming for, where's my little timer here? Been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, oh fuck, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with the scene. I did take out one scene that was in the outline. Um, so we'll kind of see what I do with that. I'm really, really, really fighting the urge start a new draft already and start rewriting things just because I already have a whole laundry list of things I want to change. But I'm trying really hard to not do that. Um, so yeah. I just really quickly want to see just because some of the word count is outline. I want to see how much of it is actual words. It's going to take me a second to calculate. I probably could have done this the easier way, but we're here now. So far, this project is 14,571 words, so that's pretty impressive. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. I'm going to make myself some tea. I'm going to get the game booted up and all that, and then we will start playing Baldur's Gate 3 specifically. Um, and I can start rambling about Nadia some today instead of anybody else. So I'll be back. Okay. So I realized first off that I left my mic on the whole time. Why is it capturing that and not the actual game? There we go. Okay. So now if I transition. So let's play some Baldur's Gate 3, baby. I'll just leave that off. It's pretty evident what I'm playing. Anyway, this makes my computer run hot like a motherfucker. So we're gonna see how long I can get away with this before it crashes. That'll play for about an hour or so, I don't know. So before I do that, so I have a bunch of characters that I've made. So there's Teresa Navarra, and Teresa is part of a project that I keep kicking down the can in my brain. Um, Essentially, it's mid-Zelda fanfic, but not fanfic. Midna and Zelda from Legend of Zelda series, respectively. Um, but like not fanfic. Um, Midi Nara, Midi Nara. Um, so when I so I got a cat back beginning of July last year, actually. And then in October of last year, like 2 weeks after I got married, my cat ran away. And her name was Midna. I had named her after the Zelda character, obviously. And when she first ran away, I wasn't entirely sure how to feel, and so I made a character in Final Fantasy 14 that I didn't want to name explicitly Midna, but they have like a race of cat people, and so I named the cat person that I made Midinara, which is an ambivalation. I can't remember what the word is right now. Of Midna. And essentially, my goal with her was to have her go on a wild adventure, because when my cat ran away, that's kind of what I told myself to make myself not as devastated. Is just, oh, she's going on a really big adventure right now. She'll come home soon, and to date, she still hasn't. I do have a cat now named Wisp, and I'm quite happy with him, but I am still devastated at what happened to her. But anyway, Baldur's Gate 3 has a achievement where if you get a level in every single class, there's a specific achievement for that. And so she's starting off as a bard, and she has the folk hero backstory. And so eventually I'm gonna level her as a level in every single class, get that achievement, and then respec her probably into a bard or something. I don't know, but she the goal there is she is a representation of my cat, basically, and so she kind of lives on in this representation of Meaty, going on all these adventures and stuff. So Neku is the one I've played the most. So she is from I do have a second fantasy world that I've developed somewhat, and so she comes from this island that was occupied by this other country. Um, And the way I'm playing her, at least in the D&D campaign that I'm running right now, or not running, but I'm part of a D&D campaign with a friend who's DMing, and we're running Curse of Strahd. So her whole thing is she's a warlock who, in order to kind of save her island, reached out to unknown forces and got a bad thing that answered back, and is now trying to deal with what it caused her to do and all that. Shineka's really interesting. I made her a Dark Urge character because I thought that was pretty compelling. And then there's Fel, who's just fucked up. You actually learn a lot about her, not in Across This Hollow Distance that I'm working on right now, but there's a sort of trilogy omnibus I'm working on that's a series of 3 novellas. And Across This Hollow Distance is the first one, and A Bitter Tasting Blade is the second one, and Fel is one of the main characters in that one, and she's a monster trash heap of woman, and I love her. And so I made Fel. She's not a Dark Urge, but she's fucked up. Because I thought it'd be more interesting just to have her consciously make fucked up decisions. I try and roleplay as much as I can. And finally, we have Nadia. So Nadia DuPont. is one of the main characters in my novel that's coming out in October called A Sharper, More Lasting Pain. She is a third-year diviner in her final year of magic college, trying to survive magic college in the midst of her chronic illness, her new relationship with her partner Simone, and how this is all causing conflicts with her best friend Etienne. And actually, for this, I made the Guardian modeled after Etienne. Unfortunately, Larian's character design thing is super limited, so I couldn't make either of them look how I wanted them to. Etienne looks close, but Nadia less so. I just kind of had to work with what I got. And I made him a high elf. I made Etienne a high elf for what I hope is obvious reasons, and I made Nadia a wood elf, just so they have that kind of, I don't know. Anyway, I did load a save file just so if I load this, will this? Yeah. I forgot that it autosaves, so we can watch the intro cutscene. And I hope the sound quality is okay. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. And that's Nadia. Turn this down. It's playing sound, but it's not acting like it's playing sound. Oh, there we go. Capture audio. There we go. Duh. Turn this off. We'll turn this down a bit, just because I don't know how bad it's gonna get. And hopefully. Man, I'm used to playing this on the Steam Deck, so I have to get used to this for a second. It's all point and click.
Might still be stuck inside if we haven't been attacked.
And there's her down there.
Believe this. Very well.
Wow, I have to really get used to this. Okay. This is pull up.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Sick.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Ah, nice. I've never done that before in a game, so I had to see what would happen.
Someone else got out. Not everyone made it out alive.
Yeah, no shit. How do I... Oh, there we go. There is a plugin, or... I thought about installing mods before I'm just gonna pick up everything when I can.
Good.
Damn, not I telling me what it is, though. Yeah, I normally play this on my Steam Deck, so this is a way different experience to me. And I also didn't know this chest was here, so I'm just gonna read that. Oh, what's over here, actually? Nothing. Cool.
Seems simple enough.
I'm just gonna hop in this since I almost killed myself first try. There'll also likely be a bit of saves coming, probably.
Better.
Maybe. I don't know. Insofar as, like, she doesn't die. Because this is the happy AU where she gets to live a happy, quote-unquote. Yeah, this is gonna take some used to getting... This is gonna take some getting used to. Because this is very different than the Steam Deck. So I'm pretty sure on the Steam Deck, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can just control them with my cursor or like with my joystick, with like rare exception. So this is very different. Is there any trouble here? Oh, there's this. Oh God, this guy.
What's up with
Sure.
discussion?
Cool. Mister.
You've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Nadia, fun fact, is neither. Can I load her character sheet? No, I can't. Ooh, hold on. I love that it put all the things as high as possible. Anyway. This is a little easier to see on the capture. But that needs to be an even number. There we go. We do have explicit content on. Do that, just so it's a little easier to read. Anyway. Oh, fuck yeah.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Oh boy. Oh, thank God I have a bandage.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh. Fuck yeah. Naughty serving cunt and fucking skill.
The creature
Nice.
seems unaware of your interference. It relaxes in your hands.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
Mister, you are fucking stinky, dude. What the fuck did you eat? I mean, I knew what you ate, but Jesus, dude.
To the helm we go! We are going to the helm.
Alright. Kill the guy. Joey. Is there anything over here? I know not to fuck with any of these. So let's go back.
A thousand years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more.
Oh, can't
Flash
pick it up.
behind
Cool.
your eyes.
Lame. Okay. Alright, well, let's go. I think she's gonna be a Lizelle sim. Because, oh, there we go. It's like, why did they not activate?
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
I love how horny Lazelle's outfit is. Okay. Did we all, like, roll equal? Shit. Alright. I will be right back. Oh, this is my cat. Fucking stank up my house. Feel better, Mr. Yeah, you feel better. Yeah. Mister, knock it off. Right. So, canonically, Nadia is a divination caster at this school, and casters are basically if everybody was a wizard. Man, this laptop is chugging really hard. But anyway, essentially, casters in this world are kind of like if everybody was a wizard, complete with like needing to have spellbooks and stuff. But the rules are a bit different. And people can major in a realm of casting and minor in up to 2 more. And so, what am I saying? Yeah, so Nadia majors in divination, and she minors in illusion and evocation, which is good because divination and illusion don't have too much going for it combat wise, and Nadia doesn't like to get her hands dirty. So, yep. And that's just kind of how I'm going to be playing her. I'm also going to be playing her as like the biggest slut ever, probably. I also play mostly ranged because I'm a coward. Can I get quit? Yes, bitch. Sick. Take that, fuck yeah. Oh, I forgot to loot the other body.
Another fight. Let's go.
Oh, I can get free first. Okay,
Open
I'm
up.
gonna loot this one because I forgot. And then disguise self. I have magic missile. Sick.
You prove surprisingly adamant.
Excel, you're such a
Now, to the helm.
mean person. Shall loot all the shit. There's... I'll loot there we go. Dead draw. Give me your shit. Looted him. Just death roll over there. That's gonna take a fat minute to get used to.
Let's see.
Oh, nice to restore spell slots too.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Wait. Fuck. Get back here. There's a dead person. Take their shit.
Ghaik machinery. I can make no sense of it.
The man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive.
Machine made them hostile.
You bow or you break.
Fuck yeah. And her.
Don't waste a step.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket. Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Oh, what did I forget to grab?
Whatever fits in that.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Warding runes. You feel them drawing energy from the console near to the pod.
Are you satisfied? We need to go. No! Wait!
Anyway. I don't remember what I'm supposed to grab.
Needs a key.
Oh yeah, I made her a charlatan. Oh, another thing about her. Is she's supposed to have really high intelligence. I did drop that a little bit. Just because canonically she's not stupid, but she doesn't apply herself a lot. She also has piss poor strength, and I didn't make her con too low, just because I do need her to live, but I did drop it a bit so I can raise her charisma a bit. So, some character flavor things that I chose.
A brain in a jar.
It's picking up things.
Cursed
Fuck
to
it.
put my hands on everything.
Ah, shit. I'm not sure what I'm missing.
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Aye, aye, mommy.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves! We will connect them.
We need to get out of here now.
Oh, it's my turn.
What's in here?
I am fury. I am death. My path be true.
These boots have seen everything.
Thinking if I can at least use my cantrips to kind of help the cause, as it were. I saw this video on TikTok once about like Baldur's Gate 3 strategies and whatnot, and one of them was if you use the command on this guy successfully, you can get him to drop his sword and you can take it. It's one of the best like starting weapons of the game. I'm not gonna do that because try to keep doing this and see if I can distract him.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I'm not gonna do that just because I don't I don't need it for Neku or for Nadia, but the thought is there. God damn it. Can I attack you? Nope.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Something good here, I hope. Hurry, before they strike. Swift and lethal. It's as if.
Let these intruders of Burner Cesar!
Tormento.
I just think it'd be funny. And then move out of the way. And then keep moving out of the way.
I am fury. I am death.
I've never tried to kill this guy. I mostly just try and rush for the leaving this thing. But I wonder.
Take this ship. Guardian will have your head. Leave him to me. Connect to the transponder.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
Nadia is not a direct touch people and get things done person, so she's just gonna loot some bodies and surge for the exit. Ooh.
One day. Damn these imps. I need to reach the transponder.
I could do that, but wouldn't it be funny if I tried for one more turn? I'm just gonna stand there.
Victory awaits.
I'm not enough action economy. Alright, well that's enough fun.
Come a little closer.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
The first time I actually did this, I didn't reach it I was playing as Neku. I'm pretty sure it was Lae'zel actually who reached it and did this whole scene. So the whole scene was in Lae'zel's perspective, which was interesting. I think the scene actually played out a little differently too because Lae'zel is the one who touched it. I can't remember. I love her. And the adventure ended here. So I don't think I'm going to go after Astarion because Nadia already has one dramatic, depressed man in her life. And it's Etienne. I think the team I want to go for right now is Karlach, Lae'zel, and Gale.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
I think Halsin might be fun purely for like sexual reasons.
Other than the infection,
But also she's not really interested in men, so I mostly want to have a team of women.
Given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon.
And I think Shadowheart is a little too standoffish for her to be willing to get along with right away. I think if she was a little quicker to warm up, perhaps Nadia and her could be friends, but the way she is, I don't think Nadia would have much patience or tolerance.
These boots have seen everything.
So I don't even remember what it was I was supposed to grab up in the ship, to be honest, to release Shadowheart. But I'm definitely not going to go out of my way to help or save her. Purely for roleplay reasons, because Shadowheart's actually my favorite.
Let's have a look. No traps, please.
I'm just kind of grabbing everything at this point, might as well.
Door, What? Stop! Not another step or I'll... Wait. You're the one who left me to die on the ship.
Whoops.
Suddenly you see what she sees, feel what she feels.
I've never had this interaction with her before because I've always been able to save her before we get off the ship. I always tell Lae'zel to fuck off.
Did you feel that?
I mean, not literally, but I always take Shadowheart's side.
In your head.
Shadowheart and Lae'zel are such toxic enemies to lovers, lesbians, let's be real.
Excuses. You didn't even try. You just ran. No matter. We survived the Hells, survived the crash.
But we mightn't survive these things in our heads. They're going to consume us from the inside and turn us into mind flayers. I wish I was being dramatic. This is how the mind flayers breed. We host their spawn, and once they're ready, they'll tear right through us. I'm not sure how much time we have left, but I'm not going to wait to find out.
You and I need a healer. Finding one won't be easy in this wilderness. We'll need supplies. I'm hoping something of use
Bold
might
of
be
you to
behind this
assume we're
door,
going together.
but I've barely made a dent in it so far. It already has. These things here didn't die in their sleep. I'm going to see what's at the top of this cliff. Hopefully there's no more of these creatures along the way. Likewise. Try killing a couple of these monsters before you die. Lessens the load for me.
Arcane recovery. Ooh, that's really handy because I am out of spell slots. Let's go find Gale. Because I want Gale.
More of those wretched things.
Nah, shit. Hey, mister. I'm gonna fucking die.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Ooh, I might have fucked up. Oh, yeah. Shit, okay. I almost hit delete save on accident, too. Whoops. Okay.
What's hiding here?
Let me use this. Okay.
One day I'll catch a break. Something good here, I hope.
Hey, mister. Get down. Get down. Don't you try and fucking bite me. Settle down. You don't need to go out there. Okay. How do I want to do this? Oh, interesting. Shadowheart's no longer a thing. She is. I guess I need a second to populate. Okay, so I think we'll just temporarily take Shadowheart.
Why won't you just...
It's fair. I'm gonna see, but you need to settle down, dude.
What? Stop! Not
I'll spray
another
you. I'll
step
do
or
it.
I'll... Wait. You're the one who left me to die on the ship.
Suddenly you see what she sees, feel what she feels. Anger, bitterness, a will to survive.
Ah! Did you feel that? You've got the same thing. In your head. If I were to guess, the things they put in our eyes, we'll need to find a healer to help us. But first, we'll need to survive the wilderness. I'd hoped there might be useful supplies through here, but no luck getting in so far. Be my guest, but that door's too strong. Maybe there's another way, up the cliff. Hopefully there's no more of these things. Or just company for our final moments. But you're right. Whatever lies ahead will be a little less daunting with support. You can call me Shadowheart. Lead the way.
Okay, now the question becomes, am I gonna be a Lae'zel stan this playthrough? Or am I gonna be a Shadowheart simp again? 'Cause I love her. I'm trying to stick to my initial plan, because I really don't think, just personality-wise, Nadia would be too into her to begin with.
More of those wretched things.
But you could argue it's like a circumstance thing. What's my range want? You never know. What? Dude, I'm the fucking screen. What? I told you to settle down, dude. Don't mind the yelling. I'm just yelling at my cat. Can I step, like, right here and not trigger a fight? Okay. How about right? Okay. Shit. Oh, and there's 3 of you now. Perfect.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, or this will be a short fight. Feel my mistress's wrath.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Tormento.
Oh my god. Okay.
Take two.
Okay, I'm kind of fucked. Okay, that's something.
Still on my feet.
Oh my god, can I live, please? Oh no. Okay. Fuck. Alright. New plan. So we're gonna meet up with Shadowheart. We're gonna save. We're gonna rest. Or no, we're gonna rest, then save. And then we try that again. So that way, at least if I die again, I don't have to keep doing that. Probably wasn't a good idea to give myself such a low constitution now that I'm thinking about it, but you know, gotta play it to the character.
Bloody doors! Blasted door, What? Stop! Not another step or I'll...
Wait. You're the one who left me to die on the ship.
Suddenly, you see what she sees. Feel what...
Ah! Did you feel that? But first, but no luck getting in so far. Hopefully there's no more of... But you can call me Shadowheart.
I'll do this thing. Alright, you get all the...
You strike me as the reliable sort. But are you sure this is a good idea? Fine, but not for too long. Each hour that passes, the thing inside us grows. We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light. Maybe we'll get lucky. We're overdue some good fortune. Rest well. We'll need our strength. Here we go.
I didn't realize I had one of those. Cool.
Falling into your trance should have been as easy as breathing, yet peace eludes you. You recall a wild wood, touched only by the Telquasir.
I've never seen this either, I don't think.
Breathes, fire spills across your thoughts. Dragon's breath. The tadpole slithers, twisting deeper into your skull. Your head is about to burst. The memory consumes your mind, corrupting the trance. The flames cool, dispelled, as the image you know emerges again. Nature's sublime majesty.
Probably because I'm an elf. I don't
as
normally
the
play
trance
elves. So,
stabilizes, your breath deepens.
Midi, I think, is
Be
a
it cure or cage,
half elf,
something
maybe?
must be done about the tadpole.
And
Every night that passes is another night the monster inside you grows.
I know Fel is Fel an elf? I don't know if she's found a bed yet. Neku is a tiefling, because I love tieflings. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Or I've seen that animatic, but not the one before it. So that was interesting. Okay. I'm gonna save. We're gonna try this again with full spell slots now.
None of those wretched things. Better stay back. One strike could be lethal. Tormento!
Let's make this quick. Fading fast. I need healing.
Tormento!
Sick. Okay. Fuck, okay. I've never struggled this hard with this fucking fight before.
Can't risk being in open view. On my way.
More of those wretched things.
Out of sight, out of mind. What path lies before me?
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, or this will be a short fight.
Well, so much for peace. I won't give in. Still breathing, despite everything. Fall by my hand.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival is
Oh my god, finally, okay. You fight well, she says, after I had to redo this fight like 5 times.
What's in here?
Now please go find Gale now.
How much further can I go? Anything of use? A couple turns should do it.
You there! Come here! I need help!
Yeah, we're gonna
I
have to
need
talk.
some help.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
Neither of these are things she's good at, but that's okay.
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me? I'm not an idiot. I saw... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on? It's those tentacled monsters. Whatever they did, whatever they put in us, just created a connection. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. I'm out of wine and flowers, so I hope an introduction will suffice. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. Is that so? We clearly move in different circles. I suppose it's not exactly common knowledge. These worms are already affecting me. I can feel it. Now, what to do about it? Well, getting out of here for a start. Then finding anyone who knows about these worms. I need an expert. Someone who knows how to control these things. Well, yes, of course. But first things first. I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't a bad idea.
I'll hold him in my camp,
Safety in
but
numbers, after all.
I don't want him on my main team.
And
I already have
I
a
hate to
plan in
turn
mind
down
for
an
who all I
invitation.
want as
All right.
part of Nadia's
Maybe
crew.
I'll see you there. Good luck.
Okay, so he's taken care of.
There. A mind flare.
Let's be careful.
I want to have a word.
This one.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it.
Facial
You should be
expressions are so
whipped,
weird
meant
sometimes.
to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it.
It's
but
like
then
it's
the
almost like
feeling
Sims-ish
slips.
in the level of
The creature's
facial
mind
expression
seems to
sometimes, you know what I
focus
mean?
elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Nice.
Death is too good for it.
Oh, there he is. There's my guy. There's my boy. Here we go.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking the supplies, maybe.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone?
I could. It would be so funny. Half these choices are more like Simone things, but
Now a quick little pull should do the trick.
I gotta work with what I got. Like, she's not strong enough to be able to pull them out on a straight strength check, so I kind of had to fudge it a little.
Oh. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. At magic. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norseloid as well. And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided.
He's kind of
You don't happen to be a cleric by any
Simone
chance, do you?
analog,
A
because they're both magic
Surgeon?
fanatics and talk a
Uncanny
lot
adds
about
weight for the
magic and talk
designated.
very academically, and so I think he'll fit right into the team,
You
because
seem
even
to
though
know
he's not a
enough about our
woman,
condition to realize
or,
it's beyond
like,
most clerics' skills.
Most?
even though
No
he's a
doubt.
man,
But I
rather,
find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few.
I can,
You
like,
don't
kind
happen
of
to be
project
one
my
of them.
feelings. I was this close to installing a polyamory mod, but I don't yet know how to install mods for Baldur's Gate. I don't know how to install mods for anything other than Skyrim. So, um,
And it looks like we're both starved for answers. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved.
I don't
Something
think
to
that's
that
quite how
effect.
that works, my dude.
But before you think
I also
you're
haven't
about
done
to
much
embark
for
on a
his
journey of the
storyline,
most
so
ill-mannered
I'm gonna be
man,
kind of walking blind
thank
into
you for pulling me out
it
of that
for this
stone.
playthrough.
It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Sick. Oh yeah, we leveled up, so I can my chosen subclass is not abjuration, my homie. It's this one. I need to find something to let her cast Find Familiar because I want her to have Dio, but technically she can use none of these except for that one. We're gonna go Ice Knife though because Ice Knife should really be a evocation anyway. And I'll just, like, for the sake of canon, not use it. I hate his evocation, so. Channel some of the Etienne energy. Order some enchantment spells. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it here. Just because I am getting pretty tired and I do have a big day tomorrow. So, let me switch it over to this. And hopefully in a few minutes my laptop will settle down. But, yeah. That's gonna be it for tonight. I'm hoping to do another one tomorrow around the same time, so 6 p.m. More writing and maybe more Baldur's Gate. Probably more Baldur's Gate because I'm having fun with it. Um, I'll probably play as Nadia more just because I want to get further into that story. Kind of want to catch up to where I am as Neku before I play her on stream. I don't know if I'll even play her on stream. Um, I think I'll play Nadia. Maybe I'll play Media. I don't know. Just because I kind of want to have that, I guess. There's also Skyrim. Oh, excuse me, I haven't played Skyrim in a while. I could do that too. But not tonight. Tonight I'm tired, so I'm gonna go have a shower and go to bed. Um, Thank you for writing with me if you did. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Um, I'll probably put up a VOD later on that's just the Baldur's Gate playthrough, just because I do want to have like a separate section for Baldur's Gate things. But in the meantime, that's like a future plan thing. So have a good night, everybody, and thanks for stopping by.